Welcome to Lesson 014 of Online School of Entrepreneurship. I am Dr. Kirian Mfam. In today's lecture, we will dwell on the personality traits of an entrepreneur. Upon completion of this lecture, our audience will be able to 1. Define personality traits, and 2. Discuss entrepreneurial personality traits. Definition of personality traits. Introduction. Research on the personality traits of entrepreneurs took off in the mid-20th century, unifying approaches from economics, psychology, sociology, and business management to answer the questions: who is an entrepreneur? What drives them? What traits define them? This lecture is meant to highlight the traits that define entrepreneurs. The bulk of recent literature seeks to answer 2 main questions. 1. Do certain traits predict an individual's likelihood of becoming an entrepreneur? And 2. Do certain traits predict an entrepreneur's likelihood of achieving successful outcomes? Definition of personality traits. The studies in psychology have been trying to interpret the personality traits for several decades, and as a result, suggested multiple definitions. Broader concepts will be used for the purpose of this lecture rather than trying to evaluate all the existing views. This will allow for deeper understanding of the lecture. Firstly, personality is a social emotional characteristic of an individual that demonstrates some stability, including temperament, over a short period of time. Secondly, it is assumed that traits are relatively constant over time and situations. However, most are developed early in infancy and childhood rather than in adulthood. Although the consistency of personality traits are found to be associated with adulthood, Roberts and Del Vecchio 2000 suggested that there is a strong likelihood that within historical context, this consistency will be challenged and influenced by unexpected life events. Therefore, personality traits can be defined as the natural tendency to behave in a certain predictable ways, intra-individual consistent and inter-individual distinct, determined by situational cues. In other words, personality traits are defined as the relatively enduring patterns of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that distinguish individuals from one another. Again, personality traits can be seen as enduring characteristics on an individual manifested in a consistent way of behaving in a wide variety of situations. Personality traits plays an important role in entrepreneurial actions. They can be influenced by various elements and in turn can shape needed behavior, skills, and competencies of an entrepreneur who deliver a successful performance of his business. Moreover, individual behavior is influenced by general environment and person-situation interaction, which incline that no single component of traits is actually decisive in shaping the personality. It is also important to notice that traits differ across individuals of the same culture, and similar traits of one culture will be distinct when compared to another culture. Entrepreneurial personality traits. The success of the person in entrepreneurship depends on many features, such as capital, knowledge, experience, and stability. Even if the chance of success depends on many different environmental and demographic factors, the real key determinant factors are the characteristics which the entrepreneur carries himself. Characteristics of entrepreneurs can be listed as persons seeing change as an opportunity, being innovative, imaginative, creative, flexible, and having the ability to endure ambiguity, being adaptable, reliable, being able to take risk, being persistent, responsible, and self-reliant. In addition, it is considered that these persons have the strength to endure the struggle of life and have more motivation in achieving their objectives. The most important characteristic of the entrepreneurial personality is the feature of tendency for taking risk or the predisposition to take risk. Entrepreneurial risk includes believing in a maximum return and to realize the venture with rational decision making. Experience in the work field and entrepreneurial instincts also have an important role on the amount of risk which the entrepreneurs may take. Being your own boss, the desire of being independent is lying behind the desire of individuals to establish their own operation and own value judgments. These factors, creating the entrepreneurial personality, are at the same time the basic qualities separating the entrepreneur individual from the average individuals. The 6 popular personality traits of an entrepreneur are: 1. The Big Five. The Big Five is a common classification system of personality traits. It is a replicable and robust methodology for grouping thousands of potential personality trait descriptors while maintaining generalizability across samples and methodologies. As the name states, the Big Five consists of 5 categories: extraversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism, and openness to experience. 2. Need for achievement. Need for achievement is a multidimensional construct encompassing individual motivations to achieve goals within an environmental setting. First hypothesized that high need for achievement predisposes individuals towards an entrepreneurial orientation, as those individuals obtain a higher degree of achievement satisfaction from entrepreneurial activities. The construct of need for achievement relates to various elements of the Big Five and does so to a different extent depending on whether intrinsic or extrinsic need for achievement is being examined. 3. Innovativeness. Entrepreneurial innovativeness is one of the first psychological traits to have received academic attention. An early hypothesis posited that entrepreneurs and managers will differ most in terms of their inclination towards innovation. Accordingly, innovativeness is a personality trait that is often a central component of entrepreneurial orientation and activity. While definitions of innovativeness vary across the academic literature, we adopt the following definition: inter-individual differences in how people react to new things. Innovativeness can be measured either temporarily, that is, how quickly an individual adopts innovations, or operationally, that is, how frequently an individual chooses innovative behavior. 4. Entrepreneurial self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is a person's perception of or belief in their ability to influence events that affect their lives. It can change over the course of a lifetime, for example, through dedicated interventions. Entrepreneurial self-efficacy encompasses an individual's self-perceived ability regarding entrepreneurial outcomes. 5. Locus of control. Locus of control is a construct that describes the extent to which individuals attribute outcomes to internal factors, such as effort and talent, or external factors, such as luck. Locus of control appears to change over the course of a lifetime. Should locus of control have an impact on entrepreneurial activity and success, the ability to alter it will have increasingly implied in several respects, such as entrepreneurial education. Studies show that higher internal locus of control was associated with the stronger entrepreneurial intention, higher degrees of entrepreneurial activity, and higher rates of entrepreneurial success. Our review confirmed the link between locus of control and entrepreneurial intention as discussed in this lecture. 6. Risk attitudes. Risk attitudes describe individual decision-making preferences under uncertainty. While risk-averse individuals prefer outcomes that are certain, risk-prone people prefer outcomes with higher levels of uncertainty. Risk attitudes are related to other personality traits, such as need for achievement and self-efficacy. Most entrepreneurial studies have focused on risk-taking propensity, which can be defined as an individual orientation towards taking risk. Risk-taking propensity can change over the course of an individual's life, typically decreasing with age and in response to exogenous or emotional shocks. In the course of this lecture, and in line with our instructional objectives, we were able to 1. Define personality traits, and 2. Discuss entrepreneurial personality traits. If you have difficulty in understanding any topic on entrepreneurship, do please send us a message on Facebook so we can research and help you out. Go to our Facebook page, Online School of Entrepreneurship, and study entrepreneurship at no cost. Support us by following, liking, commenting, and sharing our posts and videos. Please do follow, like, comment, and share our posts and videos. Thank you, and see you in our next lecture.